The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
We can create the incentives which take advantage of the genius of our economic system. Our aim is to increase our national wealth so all will have more, not just redistribute what we already have.
And that was Ronald Reagan. We're going to talk about Ronald Reagan, the difference between him and Trump in a time like this. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Again, the market goes negative. This morning, everyone would say, oh, we're going to have a big turnaround. Oh, this is it. All the selling was done. That's what the jibber jabbers were telling us. Oh, everything's fine now. The market's going to go up today. That's the end of it. No way. I told you on January 16th, this was it. This was the QE crash. I said the capitulation of the crash will happen probably in December or the first two quarters of 2019. The same thing that Ron Paul said the other day. When you get a market, you got to get to the stock market. You got to get to that capitulation, to the real crash. A crash is the capitulation when everybody panics and says, get me out, get me out, get me out. That's after a market drops about 12, 15%. When you get down to that, we're right there now. We're right at 10%, a little more, less than 10%. We get to about 15%, panic starts setting in because a lot of people bought stock. They borrowed money on margin. So they'll get margin calls. They'll say, look, you're in the hole, 15,000. We need a check. And they'll say, no. Just sell my stock. And that's when it accelerates when people on margin calls, they just say, no, sell my stock. But let's get back to what's going on. So we have, seen this is the worst December for stocks since the Great Depression. Foreigners have dumped a record amount of stocks. The biggest problem for this president and why he may lose the second term, he may lose his next 4 years. He may be a one-term president, what I'm trying to say, is because of Larry Kudlow. The worst decision he ever made was to bring Larry Kudlow in as his top economic advisor. Unbelievable. The worst thing he did, because Kudlow convinced the president to take ownership of the stock market. You remember what I said right after he was elected in November, and the stock market started to go up right away, and all of a sudden he starts taking ownership. He starts saying, "It's all about me." And here, remember this is right after he became president and the bubble started, and he took credit for it. Right here, I'm sorry.
Our economy is booming like never before. The stock market is at an all-time high.
That's the worst thing he should have done. And then here's Kudlow right behind him.
The economy is in terrific shape. We are in an economic boom. The reality is we're clicking on all cylinders. Profits are rising. Wages are up.
Unbelievable. So what happened is, Kudlow convinced Trump to take ownership of the market. No. There was too many headwinds. This market was going to collapse. He should have never done that. He should have done what Reagan did. Reagan, during his first 4 years, as the stock market was going up, he was smart. He never took credit. For those first 4 years, what did he keep doing? He kept reminding everybody it was the Democrats. It was the Democrats that caused the market to, the economy to fall apart. And he kept reminding, so as the market went up, he didn't take ownership. Instead, he kept reminding everybody, look what the Democrats, look at the mess they created. Look at the economic mess they left me. And they left you. How smart was that compared to Kudlow, who's so dumb? Dumb. He turns around, he advises the president, start taking credit. Now he's saying to the president, or start taking credit for the market. Now he turns around and now he's telling the president to try to convince the feds not to raise interest rates tomorrow. How stupid would that be? Let's think about this for a minute. You already have Europeans taking their money out of the stock market. It's unbelievable. Now, Kudlow's telling the president to convince them not to raise rates. You know what that would do? That could collapse the market. It could collapse the market. Because, remember, when they raised rates, what did they tell us? Why were they raising rates? What did Kudlow tell us? They're raising rates because the economy was so strong. What were we being told every day by the bubbleheads, by the jibber jabbers on Fox and CNBC? What were they telling us?
This is the greatest economy ever.
Yeah, and they said that's why you got to raise rates. Well, what are we going to do now? Now we're going to tell them not to raise rates? What are you, nuts?
But if the Fed raises rates because of this kind of economic data, then so be it. It's justified.
Then he turned around and he backed off of that. He said it wasn't justified. He blamed them. It's just incredible. So this could make things even worse. So the stock market now is at a point we're going to get beyond that 10%. As we start heading towards that 12, 15%, that's when people panic. So I said yesterday, for Christmas, I'll give you my MV2 color-coded chart that tells us when to sell stock short. So easy to do. So easy. My God. Already, we have 14% in Ralph Lauren because we shorted the stock. Citi, 12%. We shorted the stock. JP Morgan, 10%. We shorted the stock. You've got to learn how to short. So this time, unlike, remember when you went to .com, you lost all your money. You had your 401k and your money, you lost it all. And then again, you just got going ahead, you get doing pretty good again. And then what happened with the housing and financial con in 2008? You lost your money again because you're never in a position to short the market, which is crazy. So I said yesterday, look, we're in a position right now. This is where you can make money. If you're in a 401k, you're going to get slaughtered because in a 401k, you're not allowed when the market goes down to take advantage of that. But if you join my gang and you become a member, I'll give you that chart free for 1 month. And you can follow all my instructions. And all you do is follow my instructions. It's simple. It's really easy. We have 3 programs here. We have one program that you can just follow the same 5 stocks that we've been in for 2 years. We tell you at 2 o'clock, my team, every day at 2 o'clock, we put out an audio, a video, and it tells you exactly what to do with those same 5 stocks. The returns on those 5 stocks have been between 5% each year to 15%, depending on if you're going to short them or not. See, shorting makes a big difference, makes a huge difference. So the color-coded chart tells you when the money is being pulled out and when you can short the stock. Stop listening to these gibberish. They've been wrong, haven't they? They've been wrong. So just remember, they told us they were raising rates because the economy was strong. They were wrong. Also, guess what? When they were telling us to raise rates, the market was imploding from within. There was the undertow that was incredible. We have massive debt, both from Baby Bush and Obama. We have an economy that Congress is spending $11 billion a day, but we only bring in revenues of $5 billion a day. We have an economy where the debt was growing 35% faster than the economy. And they want to know why the stock market can't get going again? It's over. 877-600-GANG. Get your free chart right now with a membership. $39.95.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the PhilsGang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the PhilsGang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the PhilsGang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the PhilsGang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the PhilsGang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the PhilsGang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts.
Looking for something to stuff your stockings with? How about a Phil's Gang gift certificate? With a Phil's Gang gift certificate, your loved one could learn how to make profits in the stock market. For just $39.95 a month, you can give them financial peace of mind. Now that's a gift that keeps on giving. So go to philsgang.com and click on the store button or call them 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. And have a Merry Christmas from everyone at Phil's Gang. Ho, ho, ho.
PhilsGang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. PhilsGang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG.
St. Jude exceeds any expectation or any dream I could have ever had about a hospital. I was told we wouldn't get a bill. I didn't quite process that. How's this possible? It's possible through all the wonderful people who donate. I don't know if they are aware of what they do, but they're saving children's lives every day.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Put your money to work. Make your investments pay. Listen to Phil Grandy. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, so the problem that the president had when he became the president, 3 fatal mistakes, actually 4 fatal mistakes. The big mistake is he hired Larry Kudlow to advise him. The second mistake, he took his advice. The third mistake, instead of doing what Reagan did that was very smart for the first 4 years in office, as the market started to rally for him, Reagan never let them forget. He kept blaming Jimmy Carter. He kept blaming the Democrats for the financial mess they created, that he inherited, even as the market was going up. See, he was smart. He waited until he had the safety of the re-election behind him. When he got into the second term, that's when he started to take credit. Larry Kudlow is not a very bright man. Larry Kudlow is the one who promised us we'd have a 4 to 5% GDP, which is impossible. How are you going to have a 4 to 5% GDP when you got this kind of debt, massive debt? And with this massive debt, we've already seen what's going on now. People are pulling their money out of the foreigners are pulling their money out of this country so fast, out of our stock market so fast. And when you have massive debt, it pushes your dollar down. Now, finally, what's going on? People are scrambling. They're getting out of the market. And what they're doing is they're buying bonds. They're buying bonds. But now, even more than bonds, they're buying gold. Now, we started to see a signal in gold. A few weeks ago, I said to my gang, let's watch the mining stocks. So my members right now, because the mining stocks, both GDX, Nugget, and also silver, POS. GDX is up over 8%, Nugget's up over 14%, and our silver's up 4%. And how did we do that? Because on my chart, it turned from red to green. Now, I know when you hear that, you think, oh, this is like some funny toy. No. These are the algorithms. These tell you what the big boys are doing. It follows the 5 bigged banks, the biggest insurance companies, the biggest hedge funds. Look what happened today. The hedge funds threw the towel in. Remember, I told you, I said in January of the 16th of this year, I said the capitulation would start in December or the first 2 quarters of 2019. The capitulation started. Look what happened yesterday. The hedge funds threw in the towel when oil started to drop below $50, and they're giving us all kinds of excuses why oil's below $50. They're all lying to us. Tell the truth. It's below $50 because the global economy is collapsing. Because China, who let us out in 2008, in China, when everybody's growth was negative, our growth was negative. We were down like 0.3%. All the countries, around the world were negative. They were the only ones that was positive. They were about 5% at that time in 2008. So they were able to pick up all the other countries. They were the engine. But then they got stupid. They kept on using all this free money, and they're building 50 cities the size of New York, and nobody's living in any of the buildings. Think about you go to New York and nobody's there. That's what they did. They got so much construction going to build their growth, to keep the economy growing, and finally it's over. So now their GDP is dropping from 10% down to 6%. It's dropping even worse. That means it's over. That's why you see our economy starting to fall apart. We never had an economy. We had a propping up of an economy. They use quantitative easing, which is a big fancy word for nothing more than go print money. Get some paper, print it, and we'll take all that money and we'll buy bonds. And when we buy the 10-year treasuries, the interest rates will drop. People start buying houses again. And when the interest rates drop, the yields drop, the dollar drops, pushes up the stock market. That's what they did in 2008. That's quantitative easing. It should be a crime because it's a confidence game to get you confidence. You think everything's okay when it's not. It's a propping up. There's a difference between propping up an economy and building an economy. Then on top of that, they came in with stock buybacks to give all the CEOs money. This is free money. And they took that free money with their profits, instead of taking it, combining it, and throwing it back into the company for capital investment. They stole the money from the people. Instead of taking that money and throwing it into the company for capital investment, which increases productivity, which increases wages, what did they do? The CEOs stole that money, put it in their pocket, put it in the board of directors' pocket, put it in the pockets of the biggest shareholder, a club called the 1 percentile. But you got to pay for all this at some point. They got very wealthy, but our economy wasn't growing. We weren't growing. Every time they wanted to get a GDP of 4%, what'd they do? They go take soybeans. They take the orders out in the future and claw them back so they could get the Kudlow, bright idea. Let's get a GDP to 4%. So he takes orders 6-7 months out, and he pulls those orders back into the current order so he could get a 4% GDP with soybeans. He did that 2 quarters back to back. Then he came out and said, we're going to 4 or 5% GDP. Bold-faced lie. So now, here it is. Exactly what I said. What's going to happen is happening. So please join my gang. If you're in a 401k, at least use my gang, be a member for at least hedge your losses. Hedge them. So again, you have 3 choices. You can come in every day. I'll give you the chart for the first month free. You just got to join the gang, $39.95. And I limit it to 25 people. I don't know how many we have left from yesterday, how many slots. We still have some. And so you got the program. You can come in and you can take the same 5 stocks that we invest in every day. We've been investing in those same 5 stocks for 2 years. They're all brand name stocks. And you can follow us because at 2 o'clock, my team, we sit down and we post exactly what you should do. You don't even have to guess. We just give you the instructions. Then you can follow 4 of my own stocks. Now, if you want to learn how to be an active investor and trader, then you come to our classes every day. It's so simple. But you should start right now, at least with this market starting to collapse, get my free chart for 30 days and just take the instructions we give you 2 minutes a day. That's all it is. We tell you exactly what to do. At least this time when the market's going down, take advantage of it. 877-600-GANG. They're waiting for your call.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these 2 committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, this is Kelsey Grammer. When military service members head into battle, none are expected to face the enemy alone, but many return home and become isolated as they struggle with the visible and invisible wounds of war. It can be difficult knowing how to overcome that challenge and rekindle bonds similar to those formed in the military. Wounded Warrior Project supports these injured veterans through their recoveries by connecting them with fellow warriors and their communities. No one should fight this battle alone. Join us at woundedwarriorproject.org.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang Max Vest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Phil's Gang Max Vest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang Max Vest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Then go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. Now, here's Phil.
This morning when the market was rallying, I said to everybody, this market's going to turn negative. It's going to turn negative. And it did turn negative about 20 minutes ago. Now they're trying to push it back up. There is too much damage. Too much damage. And Trump had a perfect time to get out of the mess he was in by taking ownership of this market, which was so stupid on behalf of Kudlow when Obama said this about a month ago.
When you hear all this talk about economic miracles right now, remember who started it.
There, right there, he should have said, it's yours, you own it. Just like what he said in front of Schumer. Remember, he said, I'll own the shutdown of the government. He should have said, no, you're right, it was Obama. It was Obama. It is his mess. That's why your wages suck. That's why your health care sucks. That's why you're paying out of the nose for rent. You're working from paycheck to paycheck. You didn't get the $4,000 that I promised you with the tax cuts. Because instead of the tax cuts, that extra money that the corporations had, they took that money and bought more stock buybacks. Because the more stock buybacks, the more the market goes up, the more they get rich. But you, the everyday working people, this economy, think of what they handed to me. What a mess of massive debt. Never mind the $21 trillion. What about the $110 trillion of unfunded debt? It's meaning Social Security, Medicare's all unfunded. They handed me an economy that Congress was spending $11 billion a day against revenues of $5 billion a day. Yeah, you take credit for that, Obama. An economy where the debt's growing 35% faster than the economy, and you got Cuddle telling him to own this economy and own the stock market? Cuddle needs to be fired. And he took over an economy, the weakest business growth in the history of the country. He took over an economy that President Obama, the only president in history, could not reach a 3% GDP. Why? Because due to the weakness we have in savings. We have the weakest savings. When this president took over from Obama and Baby Bush, we had the weakest savings ever. And when you have weak savings, you can't create jobs, because with weak savings, you cannot fund startup businesses and small businesses, which create 68% of our jobs. He took over an economy that the middle class was shrinking under Obama and under Bush by 22%. The high-paying jobs in manufacturing, construction, mining, drilling, gone. He replaced them. Obama replaced them with low-wage service jobs, a historic number of bartenders and waitresses. Never before have we ever hired so many bartenders and waitresses. Everybody was going out and eating and getting drunk. That's the only action that was going on out there. He inherited an economy with the lowest savings rate in 23 years. But Kudlow tells him to own this economy. Instead of being smart like Reagan and just keep reminding. And he has such an opportunity to turn us around and blame him and get out of this, and Kudlow tells him to hang in there. Are you kidding me? Remember, it's savings that fuels startup businesses and expansion of existing small businesses. Look at, they create 68% of the jobs. The middle class is screwed. Never mind this thing with Comey. Everybody's talking about Comey. Everybody's talking about, with Hillary Clinton investigation, he admitted that he changed the wording of gross negligence to not subject to criminal exposure. Is that really important to us right now? When you go home and you got to pay your bills at the end of the month, and you get your health insurance bill, you pay your rent or mortgage payment, is that really important? Is that important for you to know? Or that Hillary's team financed a dossier to spy on Trump? Is that important? Our Congress should be working for us. They're not working for us. You got to work for yourself. Your 401k is ridiculous. It's a joke. It's nothing but a Ponzi scheme. All they do is strip the profits right off the top and put it in their pocket. The company you're working with and the mutual fund industry. God. So, look, I'm reaching out to you. I'm trying to tell you this works. Try it for 30 days. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Pay your membership, $39.95. Then you get my MV2 color-coded chart that works. We always make sure, very seldom do we ever lose more than 3% a stock. Very seldom, because we make sure every stock we buy, we create it like a business. We know our risk to reward. We make sure we put our stops in, so when we buy a stock like gold, like GDX, the mining stocks, when we bought that stock, we put in a 3% stop, meaning we couldn't lose any more than 3% on GDX. Now GDX is up 8%. Nugget, we put in a 3% stop. It's up 14%. So what does that mean? If Nugget's up 14%, we got to stop at 3%. That means we put 3% underneath that 14. That means your profit's locked in. Does that they do that for you did your planner call you? Does your money manager call you? The guy running your 401k, does he call you and tell you to do that? Or how about better? Does he tell you, look, it's time to sell short? It's time to sell short Ralph Lauren? Because retail's getting killed? People don't have the money to go out and spend? Oh, no. But remember, they always mask that, right? The jibber jabbers. The jibber jabbers never have to, it really gets me. These jibber jabbers on TVs, on these financial TVs, they're never held accountable.
This is the greatest economy ever.
How can it be the greatest economy ever? How? When we got such terrible debt. When people are up to, households have $13 trillion. They never had $13 trillion in debt. They have $4 trillion in what they call rotation debt, which is your auto, which is your credit cards, student loans, the highest ever. So Larry Kudlow, and think about this. Trump, before he became president as a candidate, what did he say? He said this.
The only thing that looks good is the stock market, but if you raise interest rates even a little bit, that's going to come crashing down. We are in a big, fat, ugly bubble.
So wait a minute. So Kudlow, he listened to Kudlow so much, he knew. He knew this was a fake rally. He knew it was propped up since 2008 by printing money, by doing accounting tricks to make sure the money would go out at zero interest, to give it to the CEOs to buy their own stocks. They didn't have to pay for it. Now, he also knew it was going to come crashing down because now the corporations that got all this money at zero, they owe $9 trillion, and the interest rates are going up. And at zero, it only costs them per share $19, but you're up to almost 3% now. It's costing earnings $50 per share. That kills them. That kills them. So you've got to learn to make sure you're riding the other side down. How many people are in Apple? How many people are in Facebook? Look at Google, Netflix. They're all down. I told you that on January 16th. I said China's going to go first, and then all the FANG stocks are going to go next because the FANG stocks, 4 stocks, are holding up 500 stocks. Are you nuts? Are you nuts? So here we are today. Again, they're fighting. They're trying to hold this market. The plunger team. You mean to tell me, listen, every day they get together, the plunger team, the President's Working Council on Markets. They have a phone call every day between the Treasury Secretary or the chairman of the Board of Governors, okay, of the Fed. They also have the meeting. They all get on the phone at the same time. The Secretary of Treasury, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, the chairman of the Securities, the chairman of the Commodities and Futures Trading Commission, and they get on the phone with the president. They say, "What are we going to do? What are we going to do?" And the president said, "Well, we got to keep the market right here. We can't let the market go below here because right now we're almost hitting 11%. If it hits 12 or 13%, panic will set in, and the market will drop another 40% because I have a major problem." Now think of what Kudlow did. Listen to this cut right here.
And the market says, okay, the Fed's not hiking because the data is softening. Well, what happens if it continues to soften and the Fed only has the Fed funds rate at 2 and they still have $4 trillion balance sheet? How are they going to deal with the next downturn?
I will explain that when we come back. All right, get your free chart right now. The phones are open. 877-600-GANG. They're free.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You know, we raise money every day for St. Jude, and we need your help. And I will reach out to you and help you learn how to invest in stocks. It's a whole new game out there. No more is there investing in stocks based on fundamentals. Those days are gone, totally gone. So look, join my gang, philsgang.com. I'll help you, and then you help St. Jude. Learn how to use a chart.
Sign up today. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
St. Jude exceeds any expectation or any dream I could have ever had about a hospital. I was told we wouldn't get a bill. I didn't quite process that. How's this possible? It's possible through all the wonderful people who donate. I don't know if they are aware of what they do, but they're saving children's lives every day.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the PhilsGang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Phil's Gang Max Vest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang Max Vest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts.
St. Jude exceeds any expectation or any dream I could have ever had about a hospital. I was told we wouldn't get a bill. I didn't quite process that. How's this possible? It's possible through all the wonderful people who donate. I don't know if they are aware of what they do, but they're saving children's lives every day.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang Max Vest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Phil's Gang Max Vest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang Max Vest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back. This segment is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 stock charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. 877-600-GANG. You'll get your free MV2 color-coded chart. When you sign up, $39.95 for your membership. You get the $29.95 chart free. Once you get it, here's how you start. The first thing you do, you listen for my alert. Then I will tell you what stock to either buy or to sell short. You haven't got to do a thing. You just follow the instructions on those stocks. Okay? I do about 3 to 4 stocks. I rotate those stocks. You don't do a thing. You don't have to know anything. You don't have to learn anything. Or you can go into the 5 stocks that I've had for 2 years. For 2 years, I've had 5 stocks. The Spiders, an ETF, Goldman Sachs, Intel, IBM, Caterpillar, and Schlumberger. Those are the stocks owned by every insurance company in their portfolio, every hedge fund in their portfolio, every 401k in their portfolio. And I've been following those 5 stocks for 2 years straight. So what you can do, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we wash them during the day, and at 2 o'clock we post and tell you exactly what to do with each one of them. Buy, sell it, or hold it, or add to your position. But best of all, short it. Short it. Are you going to sit back again and when the market collapses again, you're just going to sit there and keep calling and say, well, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? You should be shorting it, but they don't let you short in a 401k. They never want you to short. And so you got your choice. The third choice, if you really want to learn about trading and investing and the whole deal, we got a full educational system. So there's 3 things you can do. The one that you get the least effort is just take the stocks that we give you and just follow the instructions. When to buy, when to sell. The easier one as well is stay with those same 5 stocks. Or if you want the full-blown learn how to do everything, you just come to my classes. All right, look, listen to this. This is amazing. Listen to what he says right here on this.
And the market says, okay, the Fed's not hiking because the data is softening. Well, what happens if it continues to soften and the Fed only has the Fed funds rate at 2 and they still have $4 trillion balance sheet? How are they going to deal with the next downturn?
All right, let me explain what he's talking about. So Larry Kudlow has the president buy this market. How stupid could Kudlow be? Here's what he's talking about. When this market starts crashing, which started on January 16th, I told you that was the first day, what they do to slow the crash down. In 2008, we should have kept on going down another 15, 20%. What slows it is when the Federal Reserve goes in, prints money, and buys treasuries. By buying the treasuries, that turns the interest rates down for mortgages and everything else. People start buying again. When the interest rates come down, the dollar comes down. That starts pushing up the market. That's an artificial way to stop the market from coming down. So they went from $450 billion on their balance sheet to $4 trillion because they got so greedy. From 2008 to 2010, they should have started selling those bonds off to get it back from $4 trillion down to $450 billion so that when the market crashes again, we could put that stop all in, that safety net in, start buying treasuries again. Well, guess what? They wanted money again. When we got to 2010, it wasn't enough for them. The 1 percentile, the CEOs, the directors, the big fat cats. It wasn't enough that they were making a fortune from 2008 to 2010. They wanted more. They wanted more. So the hell with you, the worker. They decided we want more of that free money because they're the only ones who are winning, because with the free money, they can go and buy all the stocks they want with no, they have to pay any interest on the money they borrow. So that was 2010, 2011, 2012. Still, they didn't do anything with the treasuries to try to get them down back to 450 from 4 trillion. If a market starts crashing again today, we capitulate. They can't stop it. That's why this is going to be the biggest crash in history. Now, 2011, things start getting worse. Now we're at 2012, 2013, keeps going. 2017, they still haven't sold those treasuries. Still at 4 trillion. Still, if the market starts capitulating and crash, they can't stop it. There's no room to put the treasuries there. There's no room on the balance sheet. This is why this is going to be the biggest crash ever. Because they're stuck. It was all greed from the CEOs, the 1 percentile, all these guys you see on TV, all the like this here when he says,
let's look on the bright side. We are spending a lot of money this holiday season, rising wages.
Oh, wait a minute. He said, the bright side, we're spending a lot of money this holiday season. Really? Households have 13 trillion historic debt. Where are they getting the money? Plastic. Their credit cards are tapped out. This is exactly what happened in 2008. It's all borrowed money for Christmas. All borrowed money for cars. All borrowed money for school. All borrowed money for a pair of sneakers, for God's sakes. Everything's borrowed. In 2008, when that borrowing stops, when you don't have any more credit, and this is what happens, when there's no more credit, everything stops. The banks stop. Why do you think the bank stocks are falling? Why? When my chart turned red, and we started to sell short, okay, J.P. Morgan. We started to sell short Citigroup. We're over 12% return because they're on their way down. They're in a mess, these banks. They know what's going on. So what happens is when all the selling stops, they got to start paying back. When you pay back debt, you stop buying. When you stop buying, the economy slows. When the economy slows, they start laying people off. Then they start dropping their price of goods to try to get you to buy them. That's called depreciation. So instead of selling a sweater for $20, they mark it down to $8. That means it's depreciating. Then they lay people off at the stores, and it goes on, and that's how you get into this crash. But you can at least slow the crash if you could print money and buy bonds. The government, I'm talking about the government, the Federal Reserve buying bonds. They can't do that now. So why don't you, I'm reaching out to you. I'm trying to help you, okay? I understand when I say green and red, you think it's a game, it's a joke. It's not. It's not. When it turns red, you sell it short. Has anybody ever called you from your 401k say, I think we should start finding something? Did your planner ever call you and said, with this market going to crash? There's no question about it, because we got the same warning signals we had in 1929. We got them now. We have the same warning signals that we had in 2008. In fact, we had the dot-com crash, the housing crash, and this crash. Everything's the same. They always end up the same way. When you only can have so much debt. You got to pay it back. And there where we are. That's where we are. They called you and said, why don't you start shorting? No, instead of, what do you get? You get the same crap right here.
Let's look on the bright side.
Yeah.
We are spending a lot of money this holiday season. Rising wages, a strong economy, and very little inflation. And going into next year, profits look solid. The dollar is king of the hill.
Listen to that stupidity. Dollar's the king of the hill. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's that strong dollar that's killing the corporations, Varney. When you're one of the big 500 corporations, you're selling your goods overseas and the dollar's been up. Look how long the dollar's been up. It kills their sales. That's why their earnings are dropping. But you've just been lucky, because when they decided to cut the taxes, and when they cut the taxes, that gave them a break. That gave them more earnings. And then when they do stock buybacks, that gives them more fake earnings. What it is, the stock buybacks is profits. It's profits without working. Prosperity without working. It's all fake. And he tries to tell you, everything's wonderful. Then how come the stock market, and how come the banks, since the day I said this market was crashing in January, why has the banks dropped 22%? Oh, he doesn't mention that. None of them do. None of them do. The only one on CNBC that's pretty honest is Joe Kernan. And they always beat him up. They always beat him up because he's the honest one. They tell him he's doom and gloom. Everyone tells me I'm doom and gloom. I'm not doom and gloom. I tell you the truth. I tell you the truth. And what's wrong with the truth? People don't want to hear the truth. That's the problem. They don't want to hear the truth. 877-600-GANG. Get your free chart right now. All you have to do is join the gang, please. Look, it's very easy. If you're tired of being lied to, join my gang.
With your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.